Afternoon Muttonistas, as you can see behind me, I'm at a tube station in London. Yes, I'm on a Cockney Odyssey. And in those lean summer weeks where we've not been able to go to football games or watch much football on the television, I've been bringing you a lot of travelogues. But today is the day you've all been waiting for, the start of the 2022-23 Premier League season. And what I've got for you today is hopefully a cracking vlog of Manchester City's first game away at West Ham United. So let's head off down the East End. Well folks, after last week's near miss, where I got the day of the game wrong, today I've actually got it right and I'm in good time. And I am going to bring you some food content when I get there. But I have to warn you all that today's vlog is a little bit different simply because I couldn't get a ticket in the away end. So I'll be in the home end and my reactions will obviously have to be somewhat restrained. I'll still bring you the usual goalmouth action, but going up and cheering even when City score is a sure way to get myself chucked out. So I won't be commenting during the game, just before, at half time and afterwards. But I'm sure it will still be a great vlog. Okay folks, I've not arrived at the stadium yet. The correct station for the stadium is Stratford, not Mile End. Mile End is for the food part of the video that I'm bringing you. And just in case you thought everything was going smoothly, I've just tapped out with the wrong card. So there's another fine mess I have to sort out. So folks, we've arrived on the Roman Road, site of a famous East End market, and also of a local eatery that's very famous around here, Kelly's Eel and Pie Shop. And I believe you cannot get more East End than eels, pie and mash. So, of course, as usual, I did tell them what I was doing and that I'm a Man City fan, but I like to try the local food wherever I go. So without further ado, down to the table. And we have that East End classic jellied eels. I've had them once before. I know a bit what they're supposed to taste like. And the pie, mash and liquor. And the liquor is a sauce with parsley, flour and water, and used to have eel bones in it, but not anymore. So I was about to carve terribly there and just put my fork in and eat the eel, but apparently it's best to douse them in vinegar first and eat the jelly surrounding them. Here goes, folks. It's actually pretty good. So people of Manchester and elsewhere, do not be scared to come down and try jellied eels in the East End of London. Now for the main component of the meal, the pie, the mash and the liquor. Okay, nothing to write home about, but perfectly pleasant as well. And the pie itself, really good. Anyway, I'm going to get on with it, eat this, and I'll see you down the boozer for a little pre-match chat. I have to say, everybody was incredibly friendly. That place was oozing with tradition, and I would fully recommend G. Kelly's Eel and Pie Bar before a game. I was there 3 hours before the kickoff, and it was just starting to get a little bit busier, so I wouldn't recommend leaving it too close to the kickoff because I imagine it would be packed out. So I'm going to catch the United game in a pub across the road. The people in the pie shop said it's best to have a drink here because there aren't too many places too close to the ground, but I do imagine the pub will be full of West Ham supporters, so I'm not going to big up City whilst I'm in there, but I will pop out and bring you my thoughts pre-match when the team news comes out. Just to add to the warmth of the hospitality around here, a group who were with me in the pie and eel shop have just bought me a drink. Very, very nice of them, and as with the PSG vlog, I will try and pass that favour on in Manchester if I can find a West Ham fan. Cheers. So about 40 minutes to go before kick-off. Watch United lose 2-1 at home to Brighton, so the day's got off to a great start. Now as for the City game, Haaland starts, which is what we all wanted to see. Changes from the Charity Shield. Mahrez and Bernardo are on the bench, and Foden and Gundogan are the remaining two attacking midfielders for City, with Grealish keeping his place, which is a bit of a surprise to me. But who am I to question a great manager who knows a million times more things than me about football? As for West Ham, I've noticed that they bought another striker, Scamacci, but Antonio starts today. Maybe he's not bedded in as yet. Another goalkeeper appears to have been purchased. Is Fabianski on the way out from West Ham, or is it a reserve keeper? And finally, Cresswell, who I thought was a fullback, appears to be playing in central defence. I don't understand that one. If you're a West Ham fan watching this, drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me what actually is happening at the back for West Ham this season. And City clearly were not up to speed during the Charity Shield. Well, Moyes says West Ham are not up to speed either, so anything could happen in this match. This used to be a pretty straightforward fixture for City. We used to get some big wins here, but not now. Moyes has really stuck a tune from this squad, so I expect a tough game. And in my opinion, given they keep the top teams apart for match week 1, this is probably the toughest fixture City possibly could have got this week. So here's to a great performance. Come on, City. Okay, so the West Ham Stadium is actually the Olympic Stadium. After the London Olympics got rid of their ground at Berlin Ground, or Upton Park, and moved here. Bigger stadium, but less atmosphere because the seats are well away from the pitch. Anyway, I better unmic, shove that in my pocket and head in because I'm in the home end and I'm not going to give you a running commentary. Well, there we are, folks. Half-time, West Ham 0, City 1. West Ham didn't offer very much in that half. I guess Moyes' plan was to try and capitalise on a mistake in possession at the back from City, but Manchester City did play very well, and I didn't see any mistakes like that. They looked dangerous going forward, although West Ham, I thought, defended well for most of the game. The possession felt like 75-25 in City's favour, with the main man Haaland causing a lot of problems. Do they need to change anything? Probably not, unless somebody gets tired. West Ham, well, Fabianski had to come off with an injury, and Areola looked a little shaky, and I couldn't quite see him from where I was sitting, but might have been at fault for the penalty. One thing I do want to add, here at West Ham, they opened the stadium concourse at half-time. Stops these ridiculous queues for beer, and there are tons of little refreshment places circling around the stadium. Otherwise, Muttonistas, I would never have been able to get this. Anyway, I'll knock this back. See you for the second half. Well, Muttonistas, comprehensive victory for City there. I didn't actually think City were quite up to speed today. West Ham looked well off it, but you'd have to ask a professional footballer of the effect of how much or how little pre-season training these teams do. I can't tell you. But everybody looked at Liverpool and thought, you know, they were right on the money last week and they played the correct number of pre-season games, and then they put in a poor show against Fulham, so maybe too many games isn't that good an idea. I thought City completely controlled the game, except for like a 10-minute period after half-time when some of the passing started getting a bit sloppy. And I can't really find fault in any of the starting players. Ake did well, even though he's likely to make way for Stones in a couple of weeks' time. And I thought Grealish put in a much better display. I thought even though we didn't play at great speed, some of the passing, control and movement was really rather good, quite tasty. And the through ball from De Bruyne to Haaland was absolutely delicious. So I think Erling Haaland has most definitely arrived. West Ham are a decent side and a win there is a good result. And I think, in fairness, they did have some injuries at the back, but they never really looked as if they'd get back into it. There was a shot which Rice leaned back on, which might have troubled us had it been hit low, but apart from that, I thought City were very comfortable. Anyway, Muttonistas, I'm going to love you and leave you here. The next football vlog will be away at Newcastle. There'll be a few food and travel vlogs between now and then. Until then, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, but most of all, don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.